You know, I really, really don't want to make this video. What's good, YouTube? UGIs here, and as you can see from the title, we got a little story time again today. I know you guys have been liking the story times. I took a break from them for a little bit, but an experience just happened like 2 days ago, actually. So, yeah, let's just get straight to the video. So, if you were watching my stream at, twitch.tv/UGI, shameless plug. You would know that this past Saturday, I went to homecoming, and you may be thinking, how the fuck did you go to homecoming? You do your school online. I could still go to homecoming, so basically, let's get that out of the way. I went to homecoming on Saturday. So, this is basically where the story starts off. So, I invited this one bitch that I never met in person. You have to keep that in mind for this. That is very important to the story. I did not meet her in person, okay? So, with that being said, we would always Snapchat, we'd snap back and forth, send pictures of each other, and not like that, just pictures of her face, text about her days, all that shit, and I wanted to invite her to homecoming, but I never saw a full body picture of her, just her face, and she was pretty cute, I'm not even gonna lie, she's pretty cute, but then I asked my boy who I was going to homecoming with, I was like, yo, have you seen her? And he's like, yeah, what's her last name? So I give him her last name, and he's like, oh, yeah, and I was like, well, what? He's like, yeah, she's like tall and overweight. And at that moment, I was like, hell no. Because, my dude, I'm not that tall myself. I'm still grown and shit. I'm like 5'9". But, dude, when I tell you that this bitch was tall and overweight, oh, man. Dog, I'm standing up right now. Oh, man. I cannot exaggerate this. So, we'll move on to that later in the story. So, basically, I'm on my way to homecoming, right? Get dropped off. So, I give them my ticket and my ID. And they're like, nah, you can't go in. I'm like, why? She's like, your student that signed the guest form isn't with you. I was like, okay. So I literally hop outside. I text my mom, I'm like, yo, you gotta come pick me up. They're not letting me in. She's like, what the fuck? So she's on her way. And then right after I text her, I see my boy Kyle pull up. UG Yikers, if you've seen him in my videos. So I see him pull up. I'm like, I didn't even know that he was coming, which he wasn't. He was just dropping off his friend, and he couldn't go because they weren't accepted. Like, the school didn't accept their form, like their guest forms, because him and his girlfriend are also homeschooled, and they do online school. So, yeah, they were just taking pictures for homecoming because she already brought her dress and all that. So, yeah, I mean, nothing really weird. They were just dropping off their friend. So, to get that out of the way, I get in his car. I'm like, yeah, so they're not letting me in. He's like, okay, so why are you in my car? I was like, I don't know, just fucking drop me off wherever. And he's like, alright, I'm dropping you off at the DMV. I don't even know where the fuck the DMV is. So he brings me to the DMV, and I tell my mom to go to the DMV. My mom doesn't know where the fuck the DMV is. So I'm like, okay, this is great. So then my mom tells me to tell Kyle to bring me back to the fucking school, which they were only like 3-4 minutes away from each other. But, I mean, I felt really bad, because I shouldn't have even gotten in the car in the first place. That was just dumb of me, so I kind of felt bad for him. I'm like, yeah, this is so fucked. So, I get back to the school, and my mom's there. I'm like, wait, let me try again. Except, I talked to the person holding the door, which was the principal this time. I was like, yo, I'm homeschooled. I signed a form, except it's a school ticket, like the actual school name of the school's ticket, because technically that is my home school, like that, because I can still play sports and everything, so that technically that would be my home school, so I count as a student there, basically. And then he's like, oh yeah, I understand, yeah. He's like, yeah, you could just go in, tell them that I said that you could. So I tell them, I'm like, yo, Mr., I'm not going to say his name, said I could go in. They're like, oh, okay, you can go. They just literally sucked this dude's cock for dinner, breakfast, and lunch. I could have just said that in the first place. They didn't even ask for him. They literally just said, okay, you can go in. Like, what? So I text my mom, and, she didn't give a fuck. She's like, okay, whatever, at least you're in. That's fine. I'm happy. Boom. She goes home. And as soon as I walk in, I see my friend who was waiting for me. I was texting him about it. He's like, okay, I'll wait. Just wait for it. I get in. He's right there. And then she starts to walk up to me. And oh my god, this bitch was like fucking 5'11" in heels. Why? There was no need for her to wear heels. This bitch is already like 5'7" without heels. She was wearing these big ass heels that were not needed. Her dress was nice, but she was overweight, so it was like, yikes. So I literally just tried dubbing her the whole night. I did not try to go near her, which is kind of fucked, but, you know, who cares? She literally catfished me. So, you know, we're having a good time and everything. Me and my friend are dancing, and, dude, I invited her, so I don't blame her, but, like, she just kept going up to me. And I was talking to her, and I would literally just leave her out of nowhere when she would look away. I'd just start walking away, and my excuse that she wasn't talking to me. So, yeah, that was it. And this bitch wouldn't dance the whole night. She was literally just standing there. Me and my friend are, like, in the middle of everybody. We're, like, fucking dancing and all that shit. And she's just fucking standing there. Like, why are you gonna go to homecoming if you're not gonna fucking dance? It was pissing me the fuck off. So, yeah, we're just having a good time. You know, I'm doing the same fucking dance every fucking song because I don't know how to fucking dance. I'm fucking white. So, I was literally just doing, like, a retarded version of the Dougie that wasn't really a Dougie. But, like, I was putting effort in, and this bitch wasn't. And, obviously, no one cares if you can't dance. It's fucking homecoming. No one cares what you're doing. It's just, you're just there to have a good time, you know? So, you know, which is what I was doing. That shit was fun. It was a great night. Other than for her, which I made a big-ass mistake, so I won't be doing that next year. But, basically, then, you know, they announced, like, the homecoming king and queen and all that shit. And then after, they put on a slow song. And, oh, man, this was not a good idea for them because I was just sitting there with my friend, and we're just sitting there, we're talking to each other because, you know, we didn't have anybody to slow dance with. At least that's what we thought. This bitch has the nerve to walk up to me from across the fucking gym, grab my hand, and tell me to slow dance with her. Dude, what? You were dancing the whole night, and all of a sudden you want to slow dance with me? Nah, hell no. But, I wasn't going to be a dick and say no, because, you know, I'm just not like that. So, I got up and I fucking slow danced with her. And I swear, this bitch tried to, like, make a move, like, 3 times, and I just, yeet! I yeeted my way out of the situation, like, and, dude, I was, like, fucking endgame in a baller, fucking grappling to different fucking buildings, dude. Like, I was going hard. That analogy that I made no sense, and it made me sound like a fucking idiot, but I don't care. So, yeah, basically, we were slow dancing, and she tried to do shit, like, 3 times, and I was like, yeet, fuck no, fuck that. So, then, yeah, that's basically it for that portion. After that, you know, we got lit again for, like, another hour, and then it basically ended. And the funny part is, and he's probably watching this video, the dude who I got in the car with, Kyle, you know, he thought I went home after. So, yeah, sorry, Kyle. You just kind of brought me back to the place where I just kind of went back in. So, it was just a nice little car ride, you know. But, yeah, sorry about that. I know you're watching this. So, yeah, that was basically my experience. It was really, really fucked. So, I'm just going to make sure that, like, either I'm not going to go with any girl next year, or I'm just gonna, like, you know, find a girl and actually fucking know her and have her not be so fucking shy and overweight and tall. Like, when I tell you this bitch was tall, she's probably still growing. She's probably gonna be, like, a fucking center for the WNBA. Like, she's gonna be averaging 15 rebounds a game. And that's not even fucking cap. That's the sad part. Because she's, like, fucking 5'8" right now, 5'7", like, fucking 160. And 5'7", 160, like, no muscle is not very attractive for a girl. So, if you're a girl out there, don't be 5'7". If you're 5'7", that's whatever. Just don't be overweight, you know? You know, sometimes I like my tall girls, I'm not gonna lie. But when they could be a fucking defensive end or a linebacker, yeah, that's basically been the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this story time, you know. It was kind of a long one. We're at like 9 minutes right now, so yeah. If you do, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It's been your boy UGI. Stand up. Peace.
Subi on my jeans and I got a big bro. In my Hellcat, bitch, I'm at the Citgo. Blowing 83, I be smoking Texaco. I just want the head, baby, get up on my phone. You know I been greedy, I got bands all on the phone. I just love her sex, I got Gucci.